Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is News Channel Nebraska. My name's Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. Beginning on the international scene, the U.S. beefing up security and sending a missile submarine to the Middle East. The Pentagon says U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile submarine to the Middle East and telling the USS Abraham Lincoln Aircraft Carrier Strike Group to sail more quickly to the area. This move comes as the U.S. and other allies push for Israel and Hamas to achieve a ceasefire agreement that could help calm soaring tensions in the region following the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran and a senior Hezbollah commander in Beirut. Officials have been on the lookout for retaliatory strikes by both Iran and Hezbollah for the killings. In fact, fears are growing that Iran could soon launch a full-scale attack on Israel. The worry is that might spark a regional war. There are multiple sources saying an Iranian attack could happen any day now as Iran vows revenge for the assassination of the Hamas leader on its soil. The Pentagon fortifying its U.S. military position in the Middle East. Amy Kiley has more.
Let's not take the path down to more war to the point that we're entering Dante's Inferno of hell.
Some analysts say a Mideast regional war could explode soon, and the U.S. might end up involved. Multiple sources say Iran is considering a full-scale attack on Israel.
Israeli intelligence services see more and more preparations in Iran and by Hezbollah in Lebanon for some sort of a joint or coordinated attack against Israel.
Iran supports Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, and the White House considers those groups Iranian proxies. All three say they want revenge on Israel for the recent assassination of Hamas's political leader in Tehran. Already, Hezbollah and Israel report exchanging rocket fire. Now, the worry is Iran itself could attack Israel directly.
It will affect the lives of every person on this planet in terms of inflationary pressures, joblessness, and despair.
The Pentagon says Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile sub to the area. It says he's accelerating the transit of a carrier strike group.
We're there to tell the Iranians, don't do this. Hezbollah, don't do this, because you are now calling upon, you will be having the United States respond, and we will respond in a way you may not anticipate.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Closer to home, one person is dead following a crash in northeast Nebraska. It happened before sunrise Monday on State Highway 13, about 3 miles northwest of Pierce. Pierce County Sheriff's officials say a southbound vehicle left the road, struck a culvert, and rolled several times. A 43-year-old man from Pierce was thrown from the vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. A child from Norfolk who was in the vehicle was also hospitalized. An advocacy group for the app DoorDash says they've delivered over 31,000 letters from small business owners opposing a proposed delivery tax. Dash Roots is the group that made the announcement via news release last week. It's in response to part of Governor Jim Pillen's tax relief proposal, which increases the tax rate on delivery orders 2%, up to 7.5%. Dash Roots says that would put Nebraska one of the highest delivery taxers in the country. They also added that those who need delivery services or who live in a food desert will feel the brunt of the taxes. According to the Chamber for Progress, 57% of adults in the U.S. have used a delivery app in the past year. New standards have been approved for livestock carrying the USDA certified organic label, but it will be a while before they're required. Nebraska has over 400 USDA certified organic operations, and those raising livestock will have to observe the new standards by January of 2029. Experts say some of the changes under the new standards may surprise shoppers who choose certified organic meat and poultry out of concern for animals.
There were various procedures that were just flat out banned in the new standards. Tail docking of cows and gestation crates and farrowing cages for pigs or toe clipping chickens. This is stuff that animal welfare activists have been pushing for a while.
Milstein stresses the standards affect only producers with that USDA organic certification, which is voluntary. Among the categories are the amount of indoor and outdoor space required, poultry stocking densities, and physical alterations and euthanasia. He maintains that other certifications by independent nonprofits reveal more about how the animals were raised than the USDA certification.
If you want to shop consciously with a mind towards animal welfare approved is generally recognized as the most stringent, the highest standards for the animals. Certified humane is good as well. It's not quite as good, but good.
Some 40,000 written comments were submitted during the USDA's public comment period for the new standards. Milstein says labels can be confusing, even misleading, and encourages people who rely on them to do some research. Drivers in north central Nebraska need to be aware of an upcoming bridge closure. Weather pending, the Department of Transportation says they plan to begin working next month on the Minnechaduza Creek Bridge. The crews will be removing and replacing the bridge on Highway 12 about 3 miles east of Valentine. NDOT anticipates the project to be finished in May of next year, and the bridge will be closed for the majority of that project. The travelers will be detoured north of Valentine while the work is going on. Cities in Colorado still dealing with widespread wildfires. Evan Krugel has details on how one community spent the weekend preparing.
Every good assembly line needs someone with experience. And at 92 years old, Dee Martin has plenty of it.
I open bags, and I've learned a new skill. I can tie bags now.
Those quick hands were needed Saturday as Dee helped fill hundreds of sandbags.
It is a lot of bags.
Her son Eric glad for a chance to help those impacted by the recent fires.
A quarter inch of rain can cause some major flooding issues. So, yeah, these are people trying to save their homes or save their properties, and it's just really essential for them.
The volunteer group Serve 6-8 has been here before. They passed out thousands of sandbags after the Cameron Peak fire.
You hate to see people suffer and lose things, and I can't imagine going home and not having anything. It's just a blessing to help.
As Dee helped fill them up,
Very good.
Mark Miller helped hand them out.
Well, good luck.
Only a few cars came by on day one, but they know the need will only grow.
We can't change the world, but we can sure change our community.
I just see people that care and love their neighbors, are concerned for them. And this is how we can help.
A new program in Nebraska designed to help seniors stay up to date with the latest technology. Digital Literacy is a collaborative project in Lincoln. It aims to help older Nebraskans strengthen their digital skills. The City of Lincoln's Aging Partners Group received an AARP Community Challenge grant of just over $20,000 for the project. Aging Partners points to an AARP survey that shows older seniors have less confidence in their digital skills compared with their younger counterparts.
Technology has kind of surpassed some of the abilities of seniors. So our goal here is to try to improve knowledge of how to access this valuable resource. That can go the range of email or web or GPS, just a number of things.
This fall, 5 digital literacy pop-ups will be held around Lincoln. Collaborating on the project are University of Nebraska-Lincoln students, Community Action Partnership, and El Centro. UNL students will be helping the seniors with their cell phones or other devices, and there will be translators available for a number of different languages.
One of the great values of this is not just the knowledge, but being able to use this and the increased socialization that it provides. We learned during COVID that loneliness can have a really challenging impact on seniors' well-being.
AARP awarded nearly $4 million in Community Challenge grants this year, funding just over 340 projects. Well, a slew of U.S. federal agencies are working to make it easier for Americans to click the unsubscribe button for unwanted memberships and recurring payment services. A broad new government initiative dubbed Time is Money will impact industries spanning from health care to fitness memberships to media subscriptions, education, and more. Today's announcement includes new FCC efforts to consider imposing requirements on communications companies that would make it as easy to cancel a subscription or service as it was to sign up for one. The government already has launched several initiatives aimed at improving the consumer experience. Back in October, the FTC announced a proposed rule to ban hidden and bogus junk fees, which can mask the total cost of concert tickets, hotel rooms, and utility bills. And a rural town showed out for a weekend fundraiser, drawing hundreds of ATV drivers, many coming from rural areas of Jefferson County. It was all for the second annual Cub Creek Ag Tour put on by Jansen's Rural Fire Department. This year, organizers say entries nearly doubled, and all that money raised goes to the fire department. Organizers said they were stunned by the turnout and hope that this will help the event continue into the future.
We ran out of room here, and I told people to go to Jansen to park on Main Street, and obviously we flooded Main Street because they said there's no parking there in town, and it's just overwhelming. But the whole purpose of this is to give back to the community.
Katz also had kind words for the farmers and landowners who allowed use of their land for the route. Last year, the event began as a way to make up for the loss of the annual Jansen Fun Days. And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com. Click on the news tab there. You can also follow us on X. Like us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.